Basements are creepy. I'm pretty sure that's why basements were invented, to just creep us all out. However, some basements are a lot creepier than others. You may think you know a very creepy basement, but it will have nothing on the ones in this video, I promise you that. My name is Danny Burke, and this is the top 10 scary messages found in basements. What's that? You quite like my shirt and or hat and would like to have one for yourself? Well, thanks for asking. Head on over to mostamazingshop.com to get your very own right after this video. Alright, coming in at number 10 now, we have Joshua Rules. In 2015, a man took his brother along with him to go house hunting in Michigan when they stumbled across a dirty, wet and unfinished basement. They saw writing on the wall, and when they took a closer look, they realized that a child used to live down there. One wall read Josh's Rules. Number 1, stop reading your walls. Number 2, no watching Isaiah through the hole. And number 3, no writing or drawing on the walls. Number 4, if you don't like these rules, go to number 0. Other messages said things like, don't climb into my room, or, and I think this one is the creepiest, stop watching me. The man posted all of these pictures to Reddit, where users came up with their theories ranging from schizophrenia to the supernatural. Very strange stuff either way. Next up at number 9 now, we have Satan. In 2015, Imgur user Bushi992 posted these pictures to Imgur of the basement and attic in the house that he and his friends had just moved into. As you can see, something went down here. The symbols appear to be satanic in nature. There were pentagrams, rams, snakes and strange messages on the wall such as, for I am the earth and within me the devil burns. Many people asked them why didn't they ask to see the attic and basement before they moved in. I think that's a very good point. I'm not sure if I could sleep knowing this stuff was below me. At number 8 now, we have the tape. Reddit user Lumberjack shared pictures of a small basement passageway that he discovered in his new home. Inside it, he found a locked door which concealed an entrance to a small room. Inside that room was a briefcase and a safe. He opened that and found some money, a few watches and videotapes. The tapes had writing on the front of them. One of them simply read, no, 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 no. He handed everything over to the police for investigation. Would you guys have done the same, or would you have ignored the message and watched the tape? I'm not sure if I could have. Okay, next up at number 7 now, we have the tombstone. In 2016, a student from Massachusetts made a grim discovery in their university house basement, a grave. Derek Crook was interviewed about the tombstone next to the boiler in his home. The message on it says, this marks the burial site of Jabez Hardin, who served in the War of 1812. Now he died in 1879 at the age of 83. At first, the housemates were very creeped out by this find, but now James actually quite enjoys shocking visitors to the house by randomly announcing there's a grave in the basement. Maybe that's just his coping mechanism. Next up at number 6, we have graffiti. In 2012, Reddit user Tallest Waldo shared a creepy discovery he found in his basement. This writing, accompanied by some very strange symbols. Another Reddit user identified the symbols as being part of occult spellcasting. They suggested this basement used to be a cult member's ritual workspace. After meditating on the symbols for a while, it seems they had an epiphany and wrote the message that we can now see on the wall. I can kind of make out something about their soul being fire and the time has come to use the gateway they have opened. What do you guys think it says? I'm not even sure if I want to know. At number 5 now guys, we have Peter Pan. In 2010, a woman in LA found something very disturbing in her basement. Wrapped in newspapers from the 1930s were the mummified remains of 2 newborn infants. They were wrapped up with a copy of Peter Pan and a membership card to the Peter Pan Woodland Club. Detectives identified who did this, a woman called J.M. Barrie, who coincidentally had the same name as the author of the book but was of no relation. What police have never figured out though is the purpose of this. What did this symbolize? Was this woman trying to convey a message about her dead newborns and the story of Peter Pan's Never Never Land? We may never know. At the number 4 spot now, we have mold. In 2005, a family who moved into a new home were decorating one of the rooms when they noticed the bookcase was a little bit loose. They nudged it and it swung open to reveal a secret passageway. Inside they found a note that read, hello, if you're reading this, then you found the secret room. The letter went on to explain explain how they were the previous tenant of the house but had to move out because of mold, which made their children very sick. The new owners who were reading this actually listened to the warning and moved out because of the mold too. They even sued the broker who sold them the house. I'm sure they're happy they got the warning, but I would be a little bit creeped out to find a note that congratulated me for finding the secret room. Very weird stuff. Alright, next up at number 3 now we have the asylum. Now, not much is known about the picture you're about to see or even who took it, but I think that kind of adds to the whole mysterious allure of it. This was the writing found on the basement wall of an abandoned mental asylum. It reads, "I never knew much about people until I took one apart just to see how it worked." Many commenters online have speculated who exactly wrote this and if perhaps the story behind this message could lead to the reason the asylum was abandoned in the first place. Moving on to the number 2 spot now, we have drugs. Imgur user Boymers shared a couple of pictures from the basement of a house that he moved into in 2012. Now, the landowner had told him that the previous tenants were, quote, hardcore drug users. They didn't really see any evidence of this though. That was until they went into the basement. This was the sight they were met with when they arrived. It appears to be a message written in blood. The numbers 41 and 90 are large and prominent, surrounded by a bunch of random letters and the handprints of the people who made this. Other numbers on the wall include 82, 6 and 35. What does this all mean? Is this some sort of secret code? Whoever took the time to make this must have thought these numbers held some real significance, because it looks like they use their own blood. And finally, number 1 now, we have the bunker. Now for me, a bunker is basically a huge creepy basement with nothing above it. It's like a super basement. In 2014, an Imgur user shared a story and pictures from when they visited a friend in northern Germany. In the woods, they found an abandoned bunker. They followed the endless hospital-like hallways. As they ventured deeper and deeper, they found graffiti on the walls with words like die and help. Eventually, they came across a huge yellow vault door that had been ripped off its hinges, a worrying sight to see. What could have been that powerful? A little further on, they found the creepiest writing so far, a message in German that translates to "Hello Satan, I love you." It wasn't long before they just turned back. That clearly isn't a place you want to stick around in for too long. Well, I think they were all very creepy. I hope you're okay, but which one was your favourite? Would you guys like a top 10 scary messages found in attics next on the channel? Let me know. I'm Danny Burke. Thank you for watching, guys, and I will see you all in the next video.